Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we're going to be seeing a video today. This is a recommendation, all right? And this is titled Living in Slovakia. Okay, land of extremely beautiful women. Okay, this is going to be my first time reaction to Slovakia. All right, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you find this video interesting, do what to like, share, and comment. All right, so guys, let's jump into this video real quick.
Slovakia is smaller than the U.S. state of West Virginia, yet it ranks among the top 10 countries with the most beautiful women, while the U.S. doesn't even
Hey.
make the list. Have you ever met a Slovak girl? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're still breathing. Slovakia lies in the heart of Europe, at the crossroads of many bloodlines: Slavic, Germanic, Hungarian. Hence, the beauty here is a rare blend. Some women bear the hallmarks of
Interesting.
Eastern Europe: deep eyes, high cheekbones, porcelain white skin. Others carry a more Western European look: straight noses, thin lips,
Okay,
clear,
so it's
sharp
like the
facial
combination of
features.
both West and
But the
Eastern Europe.
eyes of
Interesting.
Slovak women are what linger most vividly. They aren't large and sparkling. They don't need eyeliner. Still, there's a gaze
Wow.
that makes those across from them pause. Their eyes tend to lift slightly at the corners, glowing in shades of gray, amber, or a cool green. In the capital, Bratislava, along the cobblestone streets beside the Danube, women don't rush by. They don't stare down at their phones. They don't walk while filming themselves. They walk slowly, with straight backs, their gaze cast forward. Hands either clasp a coffee
Interesting.
or hang free, just letting their arms swing gently in the cold wind. Compared to American women, the difference is striking. In the US, many girls feel the need to wear heavy makeup or won't even leave the house without a touch of color on their faces. The skin of Slovak women is pale and cool, not the artificial kind of pale, but pale as a winter sky. Still, clean, untainted, with some healthy olive-toned regions. In Slovakia, only about 2 in 10 women are obese. In the US, that figure is nearly double. It's not because they torture themselves with diets, nor because they spend every hour in the gym. Then, what's the reason? Slovak women walk a lot. The cities are small, public transport is common, streets are not made for sitting in cars. Walking, climbing stairs, pushing a bicycle, going to the market, all become natural movements repeated daily. They don't need exercise time because life itself is the exercise. And that's before we talk
Interesting.
about diet. Slovaks still eat many traditional foods: vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, yogurt. They aren't poisoned by fast food advertising 24/7, nor constantly surrounded by processed convenience aisles. Most people here also don't have a soft drink addiction. Culture plays a big role. Here, hardly anyone glorifies the idea that all bodies are beautiful. Overweight people are not shamed, but it's also not encouraged. There's no trend of just love every shape like in the US. In Slovakia, maintaining one's figure isn't about showing off. It's about self-respect, about caring for yourself. The Slovak government doesn't stay out of it either. They run nutrition
Wow.
education and physical activity programs in schools and regulate food advertising aimed at children.
Interesting.
But this is also one of the countries with the highest suicide rates among people in their 20s across Europe. A survey conducted during the pandemic revealed a sobering truth. About 24.65% of Slovakia's population showed symptoms of depression, with women affected more heavily, especially young women aged 18 to 35, where the rate nearly hit 30%. Among university students, the numbers are even more alarming. Over 34% show signs of serious depression. Hearing the numbers is one thing, but when you see it in real life, it hits differently. They're beautiful, but expected to be strong, to succeed, to smile, to excel at everything, without ever saying they're tired. No one says it out loud, but everyone knows. The more beautiful you are, the more pressure there is to keep it all together. And that's what's truly frightening. 67% of people with depression in Slovakia receive no medical support at all. They were never taught how to speak up. There aren't enough therapists. And worst of all, society still treats seeking mental health care as something shameful, as a sign of weakness. If women come in second here, then nature is definitely number one. Slovakia, a small country nestled in the heart of Europe, is often affectionately called the heart of the old continent. With an area of just around 49,000 square kilometers, Slovakia is much smaller than its neighboring countries. Yet, it holds a central position in Europe, often seen as a key crossroads of trade and connection. Slovakia's location is truly unique. Landlocked and surrounded by 5 countries, bordered by Poland to the north, the Czech Republic and Austria to the west, Hungary to the south, and Ukraine to the east. This central spot has made Slovakia a meeting point of cultures, from the resilient spirit of the Slavs to German refinement, with traces of Hungarian and Jewish heritage. The country's geography is remarkably diverse. In the north and northeast, the Carpathian Mountains rise proudly, most notably the High Tatras Range, home to majestic peaks like Gerlakovsky Shtit, which stands at 2,655 meters, the highest point in the entire Carpathians. Heading south, the landscape shifts. The Danube River winds through fertile plains, nourishing agriculture and supporting sprawling vineyards. Nature has been generous to Slovakia, gifting it a vast system of caves and limestone formations. Over 6,000 caves have been discovered, and several are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, such as Dobšina Ice Cave, one of Europe's most famous ice caves, and the Slovak Karst, a spectacular limestone labyrinth. These natural treasures not only attract visitors, but also fuel the tourism industry, which generated nearly $3 billion in international revenue for Slovakia in 2023. Slovakia enjoys a temperate continental climate with 4 distinct seasons.
Wow, that's a lot.
The capital city of Bratislava sits right along the Danube River.
Wow, Slovakia is actually a very good country. It's little, it is small, but yet has lots of beautiful stuff. All right, I love how unique they are, how unique their women are. Okay, so this is really interesting. This is my first time checking out what Slovakia actually looks like, and guys, it's really beautiful. Owing to the fact that we don't get to hear more about Slovakia on the internet. All right, so this is really amazing. All right, I'm having a good time checking out Slovakia, and I really cannot wait to explore more videos from Slovakia. Right, this is wonderful.
Located in southwestern Slovakia, just a few kilometers from the borders of Austria and Hungary. It's one of the rare capitals in the world that directly borders 2 other countries, making Bratislava a key gateway to the Central European region. In terms of living standards, Bratislava boasts the highest per capita income in Slovakia and ranks relatively high within the European Union. In 2023, the city's GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power parity reached approximately $48,000, nearly 3 times the national average. However, the cost of living is also notably higher. Renting a small apartment in the city center ranges from €700 to €1,200 per month, while in the suburbs, it can be cheaper, around €500 to €800. Bratislava's status as one of the most expensive cities in the region isn't just due to high income
Wow.
levels, but also its strategic location near Austria and close to Hungary. This proximity attracts many expatriates working for international organizations and multinational companies, driving up housing and service costs. Additionally, the city's compact size and limited land availability, combined with rising demand for real estate and tourism, have further pushed prices upward. Everyday expenses also reflect this gap. A meal at a casual restaurant costs about 7 to 10 euros, while dining in a central restaurant can run 25 to 40 euros per person. Public transportation is relatively affordable, with monthly passes around 30 euros, whereas taxis are much more expensive, typically 4 to 5 times the cost of a bus ride. Residents of Bratislava enjoy a fairly comfortable standard of living, with most working in sectors like services, finance, technology, and automotive support industries. Thanks to its strategic location near Vienna and Budapest, Bratislava is not only Slovakia's administrative center, but also a major commercial and cultural hub. Slovaks tend to live at a slower pace, quiet, reserved, and composed. They're not loud, not quick to start a conversation, but always polite and respectful toward others.
Interesting.
When you first meet them, they may not smile right away, won't offer a firm handshake, and might even seem a bit distant. But this isn't coldness. It's simply a cultural trait of cautious communication. They believe in maintaining proper social distance, especially with those they don't know well. However, once you become part of their inner circle, whether as a neighbor, colleague, or friend, you'll feel genuine warmth. They're willing to help, invite you into their home, share a meal, talk about family, or even ask you along for weekend skiing or mushroom picking trips. Slovaks place great value on honesty, orderliness, and a strong sense of responsibility. They're punctual, keep their word, and dislike showing off. Within families, they live closely, with affection and mutual respect. Toward foreigners, they may seem cautious at first, but if you show respect for their culture, learn a few words of Slovak, and approach them sincerely, you'll be met with lasting hospitality and warmth. The cost of living in Slovakia is relatively affordable compared to Western European countries, though there's still a noticeable gap between major cities and rural areas. In Bratislava, the capital and also the most expensive city, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center can range from 600 to 700 euros per month. If you're willing to live farther from the center, the price may drop to around 400 to 500 euros. In smaller cities like Košice, Nitra, or Prešov, rent is even lower, with quieter surroundings and a more budget-friendly lifestyle. The average price per square meter in central Bratislava can reach 3,000 euros or more, depending on location and building quality. New upscale developments like Sky Park or Eurovia offer modern amenities, but come with a high price tag. Meanwhile, in the suburbs or smaller towns, you can still buy a 2 to 3 bedroom house for roughly half that price. Monthly utility costs for an 85 square meter apartment, including electricity, water, heating, and garbage, typically range from 170 euros to 230 euros, especially during winter when heating bills spike. While Slovakia's climate isn't extremely harsh, older Soviet-era buildings with poor insulation can lead to significantly higher bills. High-speed internet costs around 20 euros per month, and common mobile phone plans range from 24 to 30 euros, often with unlimited domestic calls and data. Local amenities also play a big role in quality of life. Public transportation in major cities like Bratislava and Košice is quite efficient, with single-ride tickets costing about 1 euro and monthly passes ranging from 25 to 35 euros. Convenience stores and supermarkets such as Lidl, Tesco, and Billa are present in most residential areas, offering everything from groceries to household goods. Local food items like bread, milk, and vegetables are reasonably priced. A meal at a casual eatery usually costs 6 to 8 euros, while dining out at a mid-range restaurant with friends or family typically runs around 30 to 40 euros for two people. If you've ever thought Central Europe was all ancient towns and long winters, Slovakia might just surprise you. Tucked in the heart of the continent, this small country carries a culture that's both deeply rooted and refreshingly simple. Unpretentious, yet powerful enough to make you want to return, just to understand a little more about its people and soul. Slovak culture is a blend of rich folklore traditions and a modern rhythm that's slowly weaving its way in. Every region has its own identity, from the colorful, hand-embroidered kroj dresses of Arava and Liptov, to folk music featuring violins, accordions, and nasal-voiced songs passed down through generations.
Hey, this is really quite interesting. Like, Slovakia is actually so beautiful, and I know a lot of people are going to like put this on their bucket list or travel list. All right, so it's really beautiful. It's breathtaking. It's stunning, and I love how natural their women are. Okay, so it's so beautiful and amazing. I had a great time checking this out. Okay, so I also like their architecture system. It's so beautiful. It's simple, like they're just small, living a simple life. All right, so it's just a place you can actually live carefree. Slovakia looks like a place you can actually live, like raise your family there. It's so peaceful, it's so calm, it's beautiful. It's just so nice. All right, I had a great time checking out this video. Okay, thank you and see you guys on my next one. Bye.